Thank you, Congressman Smith, for the opportunity to be here. I'm just going to give you a few big picture thoughts on the search for life, and in particular, intelligent life, the kind of life that could uphold its side of the conversation as opposed to the microbial sort of life. This is obviously a subject of great interest to many people. Let me just back up and say that when you read in the paper about the discovery of a new planet or something, water on Mars, you're looking at one of three horses in a race to be the first to find some extraterrestrial biology. The first horse is simply to find it nearby, and that's where the big money is. Rovers on Mars, the moons of the outer solar system, there are at least a half a dozen other worlds that might have life in our solar system. The chances of finding it, I think, are good, and if that happens, it'll happen in the next 20 years, depending on the financing. The second horse in that race is to build very large instruments that can sniff, if you will, the atmospheres of planets around other stars and maybe find oxygen in the atmosphere, or methane, which, as you know, is produced by cows and pigs and things like that, but biology in any case, and so you could find pigs in space, I suppose. That's, again, a project, depending on funding, that could yield results in the next 2 decades. The third horse in that race is SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, and that idea, if you've seen the movie Contact, you know what the idea is. It's to eavesdrop on signals that are either deliberately or accidentally leaked off somebody else's world. That makes sense because, in fact, even we, only 100 years after Tesla and Marconi and the invention of practical radio, we already have the technology that would allow us to send bits of information across light years of distance to putative extraterrestrials. Let me just tell you why I think they're out there, by the way. That is, you know, it's unproven whether there's any life on Earth. That's the situation today. You've heard me say twice now that I think that situation is going to change within everyone's lifetime in this room. Okay, and the reason is the universe is very fecund with habitats for life. Congressman Smith has mentioned the number of stars in our galaxy. With respect, that number is actually rather larger. It's something like 200 to 400 billion stars, but we now know that at least 70% of them have planets. Recent results from NASA's Kepler telescope, an astoundingly successful instrument, suggest that 1 in 5 stars may have planets that are cousins of the Earth.